Howdy, hi everybody. Welcome back to another Danganronpa Antebellum lockdown video. Chapter 3 has released as I'm recording this, so we're gonna get right into the gameplay. So I'm not gonna skip any of the fantasies or whatever you want to call them, just get on with the gameplay. But first I want to make sure the audio is good. Alright, audio is good.
The Curious Case of Case 1.
My ears!
Today, someone was murdered in cold blood, and their body was found lifeless and charred. 6 suspects have been brought in for interrogation, with one thing uniting all of them. That uniting factor being that all of them, whether they wished to or not, needed to kill someone. It was the only way forward. However, only one was successful, but the rest must follow, else a terrible fate would await them.
So, is food still relevant?
Is it on? Welcome back. Shorter break than last time, huh? Only a few weeks. Things have been ramping up here pretty quickly. The prisoners seem to struggle returning to a sense of normalcy after everything that happened last time. I'll just cut to the chase. I'm sure you're eager to see what the prison is like now. Let's start with Prisoner 03, the first you voted on out of the trio, Ezekiel Elias.
Watch him be worthy. By like 80. Okay, that's actually pretty close.
By 56.1%, he got voted worthy of redemption. Lots of, oh, it's not his fault they decided to do all that. He was just being confident. What's the issue? He was just being immature. He didn't know they'd take it so seriously. All I heard was the exact same excuses that allowed him to get away with it for so long. No wonder he's so popular with you all. You think just like him. Being the big, strong, real man he is, your judgment means he's refused to take any of the blame for those he hurt. He's bound together with another prisoner and assumes, similarly to them, that he doesn't deserve to be here in the first place. Because of this newfound belief, he has grown a sense of superiority over the others.
We just had to give him worthy.
On a different level to them.
We just had to give him worthy.
He's used this superiority to push down and belittle others that try to challenge him, somehow becoming even more confident at being unreasonably assertive. For how much shit he gave his Mene after her judgment, he's really not all that dissimilar. I just wonder if his newfound attitude will really keep the people he cares about close, or if it will just push them away. I mean, his confidence is already causing the occasional argument between him and O2. Seems like he's intent on keeping her alive no matter what, even if she ends up hating him in the process.
Watch Lyra and Laura just die in this exact same chapter, bro.
He'll keep what he cares about close, even if he has to grab onto them so tightly they bruise. How insecure and pathetic. But moving on from him, next we've got Prisoner 06, Alora Elenis. She's become quite controversial these days.
I don't want her to be corrupt, but like, it's gonna make narrative sense for her to be corrupt, bro. Watch.
Despite her recent actions, it
Like,
was really close with her.
I don't
You
think she
seem
deserves
incredibly
being
on the
corrupt.
fence when it came to her.
That is close.
But eventually it rounded out at a solid 50.6 corrupt verdict. I suppose now you've seen her true colors, you can't forgive her. It's hard for me to explain how exactly she feels about it. It's not like she didn't expect this outcome. I know for certain she'd be confused if she had gotten worthy. But even despite knowing this would happen, she seems frustrated. She seems to take the belief she already knew what she did wrong and didn't need to be punished any further, despite not really changing her actions even now. That earpiece is still in her ear. In her eyes, you were all just trying to knock down her chances of escape further. She feels utterly useless and is getting increasingly frustrated how little she can do to change her circumstances. She is all alone now. Very few people want to step in and help her, but everyone feels obligated to at the least. She cannot afford to make a single mistake now. Which is why the fact she can't treat Asuga's constantly worsening wound is making her more and more restless. Speaking of Asuga, I'm sure you won't be surprised by their verdict. but I'll give you the exact numbers anyway. Surprise,
How
surprise,
did she
Asuka
get
got
voted worthy more than
71.3%
Zeke?
worthy of redemption.
How?
It never really was a competition with them. Perhaps I primed you a little too much. To me, her circus sounds ideal, but I guess my tastes are a little unconventional. Much like Ezekiel, her verdict has made Asuka believe that they simply do not deserve to be in the prison in the first place. Although perhaps their belief holds a little more weight than Ezekiel's. Who knows? Admittedly, I'm a bit biased. Whether they're saying it out loud or not, they believe they're a little bit morally superior to everyone else here, that their decisions and opinions may hold more weight than others. And after their failed attempts to save Takiko, after feeling like they didn't try hard enough, Asuka has vowed to not just sit back anymore. Asuka is determined to take the lead and unite the group against the game, just so long as they align with her personal beliefs of what's best. Always 2 steps forward and 1 step back with that one, huh? Can't ever bring myself to hate them, though. It is a little frustrating how they won't slow down for a minute to let their wound heal, though. I feel like that could become a problem later down the line. Both their wounds, actually. Physical and mental. Despite her drive to do better, she's still never one to address a problem with herself until it's already bubbled over, huh?
That wound's got me infected, bro.
But I think this will either bring out the worst or the best in them. All I know is something is changing in the prison. No one has been the same since the last 3 deaths, and I mean, how could they be? Something has to change, even if it's far too late. Everyone has to change, whether they know it or not.
An ominous bell tolling. What? Found a prison so quiet without you. My days seem to be filled with silent stares across the hallways. Bits of small talk of those I hadn't burned bridges with. Small connections that were quickly ushered away with their real friends that came back. In my loneliness, I found myself longing for the past. There's a book I think you would have liked. It had all that consuming love you always seem cursed by. In it, the protagonist digs up his lover's grave to try and see her again. I always found this scene shocking and disturbing, but even so. These days, I wish I could just tear away the dirt and crawl in there with you. I don't even want to die. I just want to disappear. I just want to go back. I just want a chance to ask you about everything. To understand what you really are. I know I need to move on and keep going. But can you blame me for being so stuck in the past when it feels like there's no chance for someone like me? I'm sorry. I know we promised to move forward together. I just feel like I don't have the right to do that when you're not here. Oh, hey! Despite everything, also gave me a small smile. They were at least kind to me when Ezekiel and Myra weren't around. Ah, Asuga, are you okay? About as good as I can be. Just thought I'd pop in here to get some bugs for the frogs. You managed to keep them for this long, huh? Of course. I'm just not gonna give up on them, am I? Jeez. It's a little hard, you know. I have to catch all the bugs individually these days. I didn't realize how much effort Taka put into it. He'd always come tumbling into my room, fingers covered in dirt and all sorts. I'd make fun of him for not cleaning up before seeing the frogs. Berate him and tell him he was not gonna get them dirty. But I realize now it's because he dug in the dirt himself for worms. Which is funny because he was always so squeamish. I guess he was just really determined when it came to those frogs, huh? Right? And knowing how determined he was makes me want to do everything in my power to keep them alive too. Asuka smiled brightly, despite all the tragedy that had befallen them, and recently she still seemed so bright. How do you do it? Huh? Keep all the frogs alive? Well, it's a bit of a handful, but it gives you something to keep going so quickly. Ah, so that's been weighing on you, huh? Well, if you want to know my secret so badly, Shinku, I haven't, actually. I didn't know anyone could, but, you know. Now that everything is gone like that with Laura, people need me, you know? It'll be selfish to just let myself mope around constantly. You're right. I should be doing more now that Dr. Elenius can't. Don't call her that. Doctors are meant to fix things, not make more messes. I thought they were being a little bit unreasonable, but I couldn't say they were wrong for feeling the way they did after everything. They sat back and looked at the pond for a moment, staying more quiet. I was doing the same, sitting back and letting others make all sorts of messes. But I can't afford to be just passive anymore, to let everyone else get on with it. That's exactly what caused Kiko to. So if I'm really not meant to be here, if I ran things way before I wasn't really along at all, then I'll just have to do it again here. Are you sure that's gonna do us any good? It'll do something, and I can't live with myself if I do nothing again. That wouldn't be fair on anyone at all. The least I could do is just keep moving and try to do something. It can't be entirely too late. I feel like if I did anything at the stage, it would be too little, too late. Asuka, would you? You. Her hands were full of flowers. She freezed up seeing me by Molly's grave. Hey, it's me. Hello. Hey, what's up, Is? It's nothing important. I'll tell you later. I don't mind stepping out if you need a chat. It's fine. Really, you two have fun. Oh, before Asuka can finish, as many already left. Alright. Sorry about that. Jeez, you two are still fighting, huh? I don't think it's gonna get any better for a while, Asuka. Well, if you want my advice, it's best to make things right sooner rather than later. If you don't, you might regret the time you didn't have to... I'm not gonna intrude on what happened between the two of you because I think that sort of thing is for you to sort out. But the sooner you can start making effort to mend things, the better. Especially if you pull out another motive soon. It's up to me to make the first move here, though. And I don't think she's in any state to accept anything I have to say right now. Well, even if she isn't, at least you're trying to make an effort. No one can fault you for that. I just don't want to somehow make things worse. It feels like no matter what I do, even if I have good intentions, I end up just messing things up. I don't want to make things completely irreparable if they're not at that point already. You're pretty silly, aren't you, Shinku? Huh? It sounds like you spent more time thinking of excuses to why you don't need to start making steps to resolve stuff than you've spent about thinking about what those steps could be. I get it. I do. When stuff pops up like this, it can be very easy to just kinda hope it resolves itself on its own. But things don't really work out like that. And trust me, you don't want to do too little, too far, too late. I suppose I don't. Besides, you already got something that'll help you make things right with you. And what's that? But us. Ah, Zeke, Lai, hey! You managed to get the bugs, or do you need a hand? Nah, I got it. Don't you worry. Well, you just hanging out with Sam now? We were just having a little chat, nothing huge. About to say, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't exactly want to be all touchy-touchy with someone who's so close to Taka's killer. Well, I mean, like, someone's gotta feed her. I mean, do we really have to? You can't be serious. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, according to this game, she should be dead right now. She just looked out that Takiko beat her to the chase. When did you start caring about the rules of this game? When they told me what I already knew, I don't deserve to be here. You got an Issa's case for doing the exact same thing. Oh, come on, that's an entirely different situation. She murdered someone. Makes her pretty damn guilty in my eyes. I didn't actually do shit, just like Asu. We both don't deserve to be here. This is hypocrisy to the next level, bro. Okay, well, I don't know about both of us, Zeke. Yeah, whatever you say. No, are you coming, you're not. I'm gonna take Lai back to the infirmary. Yawn. You are? What? What's the problem? First time hearing about this. Wait, well, I thought you'd be on board, so I didn't think to me mention it. I know you're high on your masculine energy right now or whatever, but I'd really appreciate if you could ask for my input before deciding on what we're doing. Alright, I get it. I'm not gonna go all Isabel and power trip all over you. I'd never pull that sort of crap, I swear. Yeah, his ego skyrocketed, bro. Well, if we're heading there anyway, it might still be good to check on Asa's wound. It's been a while since we changed dressing. Oh, right, sure. I'll catch you later, Shinku. Wait, Asuka, you haven't told me. What's the one thing that'll help me make things? What's the one thing I've got that'll help me make things right with this? Isn't it obvious? You care about her. They're right in items. If I didn't care, I wouldn't feel so awful about this. But if it was that simple, then... She's right, you know. Oh, great. What do you want? He liked to come here a lot when I was mourning Ollie. He liked to torment me over it. I guess it made good content for him. Just thought I'd check on ya. Is that such a crime? Lovely flowers, by the way, like usual. You leave her a lot of pretty flowers. Spare her a lot of couple pretty words while she's gone. Guess it's nice to see you taking some action, even if it's far, far too late now. But if someone saw all this lip service you give to a brick wall, you would really think she was an angel. I don't care if she was a complicated person, she was still my friend. Seems to be pretty selective who you do and don't take that mindset, huh? Oh, don't give me that look, kid. It's hardly a crime to have your biases, is it? It only becomes an issue when they blind you. Or if you don't have the guts to take a stance and step up to defend them. You don't know anything about me. I wouldn't need to. I can read you like a book without even acting. Now get up. The doc is waiting for you in the canteen. Right, I said I'd make her lunch today. I'm sure you're eager to fill that empty part of you with something new. Seeing how vulnerable she is right now, she must seem like a perfect opportunity to step into place save you too, huh? Don't say it like that. It sounds gross. I'm just saying it as it is. If it's gross, then maybe you yourself are gross. I'm just trying to be kind. For her sake or for yours. I shouldn't keep her waiting. Don't make it 3 for 3, kid. I wanted to hurt him. I wanted to make him bite the curb. I wanted to skin him alive. I wanted to fish fillet him. I wanted to slime him. I wanted to turn him into Swiss cheese. I hate him. I hate you. Let's die. Kill Fraud Wang. Made my way over to the canteen. You've been right. Dr. Lenius is waiting for me there. Sorry if it isn't too much. Not really much of a cook. It's fine, Kusuke. It was great you made it in the first place. Well, I'm not gonna let you starve, am I? I suppose not. But I wouldn't put it past some of the others. They can say what they like, but I know even if they despise you, they wouldn't let you slowly die like that. I like to hope they were that sensible. Sorry, did I make something you're not a fan of? No, not of course. Of course not at all, Kutsuki. It's just... Admittedly, I don't have much of an appetite these days. I mean, how could you? Something the matter? Yeah, no, we gotta have negative IQ, bro. I actually hate Shinku. Well, not being able to assist with anything since my verdict. Not being able to do anything. I just feel utterly useless, Kutsuki. Maybe if I could still help,
maybe if I could do some good here, it might at least make me feel like I'm have some reason to be allowed to keep on living. But as it is, I feel like I'm only alive to live with what I've done. Don't look at me like that. I don't deserve pity as it stands. It's a miracle in itself that you're even giving me brief moments of company. I don't need you to take care of me or try to get it back. I can manage this on my own. And I certainly don't want to drag you down with me. I kept on thinking about what Fu said earlier. As nice as it would be to feel better in the short term, I couldn't polarize myself from the group like that. I couldn't just use Dr. Alenius to make myself feel better about everything, to feel in for what was gone. Alright, I trust you. I'm sure you will. I'm just sorry I can't be more useful right now. Admittedly, I don't know what I could do with all my time now that I don't have any escape plans I can work on. I'm sure you can find something to do. Just maybe. Dr. Alenius, are you still wearing that earpiece? You know what the others will think. It's all I have left, Kutsuki. Doesn't mean it's gonna be all you're gonna have left forever. You know that as well as I do. I'm sure you can find something better to do than keep yourself trapped in the past like that. Wow, hypocrite. I don't think I have the right to move on. If I tried to keep going and moving forward, I'm sure someone would have something to say about it. I shouldn't even be alive right now. I think people would get frustrated if I give myself the opportunity to be happy again. They must think I don't deserve it. If I started giving myself grace and taking those steps, they might think it's too soon. They might think I didn't care about the Taka at all. But in reality, I did what I did because I saw how awful it would be to keep someone alive against your wishes. To keep them in that agony. I thought I could make things right this time. That I could let him go if I really did care for him. I truly, really did. It's just best now if I don't give myself that chance. The others wouldn't be really satisfied if I stayed miserable and guilty for the rest of my life. They want me to be punished. I think they prefer if you grow and change than be stuck in the person. Stuck being the same person who doing the same things that got used to hurt to others in the first place. I know that, logically, but I just can't understand why you're giving me this much grace and patience. Especially after what I did to Taka. It doesn't make any sense. Well, you talk to imaginary people and that doesn't make any sense to me. So I guess we both don't make any sense. She gave me a small smile. I guess we don't. I'm gonna give you some space, Dr. Alenius. I don't want you to feel pressured to eat if you're not in the mood. But give yourself that chance to do better at the very least. You're not a really, truly awful, irredeemable person, no matter what the others say. I don't think you can say that so confidently. If you were, I doubt you'd be feeling such an overwhelming goop at this at all. I suppose I wouldn't. It's just, if I try again, I need to make things right down this time. I can't make another mistake. I can't afford to. And I'm sure you won't. She's dying this chapter, bro. Free time. Alright. One thing I kind of regretted a lot back in the day was all the favors. Does he not have free time events? How long are you gonna keep doing this, kiddo? Man up. Hey, that's a favor. maybe someone has. So we're just gonna rob people. Maybe Asuka has some. Well, we ask her directly. Sorry, I'm not really reading that much. It's just that, like, or not, I can go inside her stuff. Molly. Fuso. Imagine if Fu was just having cards inside of his cell and he was just hiding them from me. I mean, he already has a pool table inside of here.
Are we serious? Literally, what indication was there for me to check this? And Fu, you knew these were here. You just sent me on a wild goose. I've been looking for this for literally like 20 straight minutes. I kid you not. I've literally been looking for these cards for 20 straight minutes, all because I wanted to play poker with some loser. Chinese?
Okay, what's the river looking like?
I got hired that time.
Huh. You're getting better at this, kid. Surprised you didn't fold after I put in that much.
It threw me off for a moment, but I was more shocked you did it in the first place. It seemed pretty impulsive, not fully thought through. Did you think you can throw me off?
Maybe. But I'm pretty good at making bad, impulsive decisions that I go on to regret later. If you go all in, win or lose, you can at least shrug it off and say you were just looking for a rush. If everything doesn't work out, at least people can commend your confidence at the end of the day.
That just sounds like you've got a problem.
Ha, maybe a few. But I gotta say, I'm impressed. I thought you'd fold for sure.
I can't just keep folding and playing it safe. Otherwise, you'll chip away at what I've got until I really have nothing.
Want to make this one our final match? At the stage we're at right now, it could go either way. So, I think one more round would be a good tiebreaker.
What, so we going all in?
I mean, sure, but I don't think it's going to be a very fun game.
What do you mean, kid?
Where we're at, if either of us fold now, it'll just guarantee the other wins no matter what. We're pretty much even, so it doesn't matter how much we put in either. There's kind of no choice but to keep going until the end here.
Is that so?
At this point, it isn't playing a game. It's just a test of luck.
Well, it practically already was before.
But there was still something more to it.
Guess if you're really skilled. But at the end of the day, if you're dealt a bad hand, there's only so much you can do, huh?
But you can't make the other person see that, or they'll realize you're not going to win.
Bingo. Exactly.
Then, I'll go all in.
Your hand can't be that bad, that you're using my own impulsive strategies against me.
It doesn't
I
matter
didn't know.
what
I have
bet
two
at this
queens.
stage,
There might be
no
two
matter
queens
how
in the
little
river as
or
well.
how small.
What's in the river?
This comes down to luck now.
What's in the river?
Which
Can you
is
see that?
strange, because why would you set this up in a way you couldn't manipulate it to win?
I told you, kid. I'm an honest man. I wouldn't do such a thing.
Don't lie to me, you absolutely would. So that just begs the question, what are you actually trying to do here?
Yeah, I'm just trying to have some fun, he would probably say.
Maybe that can be your question if you win. Well, I'll match you. All in here as well.
Didn't learn from the first time?
You said it yourself. What else can I do? Well, would you look at that?
Huh?
You got 3 of a kind.
That's barely anything.
Good compared to mine.
Wait, so I...
You won, kid. Congrats.
Thanks, but it doesn't feel all that significant when it's just out of luck.
Now, what exactly did you want to ask? Anything in the world. I'll answer it truthfully.
When will this all stop? How many more deaths do there need to be before they'll let the rest of us go?
Are you asking how many of you will be left alive at the end of this?
Pretty much.
One. Only one of you can make it out.
Hey, come to the main canteen. Mononeko's called a meeting. What? What about? No clue, but it's Mononeko, so I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be a motive or something. Yeah. Alrighty, but compared to last time, I know, it's insane. I think they're trying to get the ball rolling faster this time. I just hope it isn't something bad. Last few motives have only been manageable since Dr. Elenius took the lead on managing us all through them. I don't know what we're gonna do now. People won't let her do that this time for sure. Well, it's not like we could take the lead and be sensible ourselves if needed, huh? I suppose not. Shinku, you got the memo? He was a little slow on the intake, but I got him. Is that everyone? Guess so. It just feels like there's still a few of us now. It's strange. Well, go figure. There were a lot less of you. You should feel lucky. Really, you made it this far. I'm just excited to see what our final 5 will be. I'd say you're pretty fucking sick for one, but we figured that long out ago. I'm just a little confused. This feels quite early for a motive. Who said anything about a motive? Well, we just assumed. Okay, well, you are right, but you didn't have to say it out loud. What's your sense of surprise? Timing, mystery, jeez. With how everything's boiling up and around here, we figured it'd be nice to implement sooner rather than later. Or else you might do it without our input, and that'd be no fun, would it? Be a lot less expensive on your part. We're willing to take a few monetary losses to increase viewership. So, you just want to get as many... So you just want to get as many eyes on this as possible? Absolutely! It's basic media production. I just hope the next motive isn't going to be too shocking to try and facilitate. Well, you know, sex and violence sell more than anything at the end of the day. And we'll give them ideas. We thought we'd do something a little more personal this time, you know? As if Truth and Dare wasn't already personal. I mean, you all have such broad ideas on how to run things here. We thought we'd put a little bit of control in your hands. Oh? And even a playing field here. After all, someone has a little bit of an unfair disadvantage right now. You mean all the corrupted prisoners? If they didn't want that disadvantage, maybe they should have not, but, you know, been an irredeemable piece of crap. But we've decided to level things out. We'd give someone a bit of a promotion. Promotion?
Ta-da! This is a warden's badge. It's what'll allow one very special prisoner to start making some changes around here. What kind of changes?
So, Fu's gonna be a warden.
First and foremost, it allows you to circumvent any limitations of your verdict. Or, well, some of them. Secondly, you'll be given access to some equipment, namely some handcuffs and a master key. The master key will allow whoever is selected as warden to lock one room at a time.
High key, what if we just killed a warden? Like, what if the warden is just immediate death flag?
They can use both these tools however they wish to enforce whatever way of life they want to impose onto the prison.
What?
And lastly, every day starting tomorrow until a murder, they'll get to choose between two conditions to be permanently placed over the prison.
Permanently? Like, even after a murder happens?
Permanent.
Well, at least until the next kill.
I was about to say, bro.
The rest of you can try and plead and reason and advocate for what you want, but ultimately, our stand-in warden will get the final say.
And who exactly gets to be the stand-in warden amongst us? You're keeping this all dreadfully vague.
Well, considering recent events means they'll want to take any sort of advantage they can get. Your stand-in warden will be...
Alora?
Prisoner 06, Alora Alenius.
So Alora's dying this chapter.
What?
I'm heartbroken.
What?
Oh, hell the fuck no she isn't.
I'd suggest not taking that total fare. She could detain you at any point now. Just some advice. Might not work out for you in the long run. I don't give a crap. I'm not having a murderer tell me what to do.
Hot kettle being black there, Ezekiel.
This is completely different and you know it.
I mean, you don't have to listen to her. Just don't complain to me if you end up handcuffed and locked in your cell.
I'll not be doing anything of the sort. I think you'll surprise yourself. This is bullshit though. Why is she being rewarded for murdering someone? It makes no sense. We're not entirely opposed to this, but aren't your viewers gonna be upset that she can circumvent the verdict they voted for?
It was so close. Who really cares?
You cared enough of me, and even I was closer. Takiko was pretty damn close too.
Blah, 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 blah. I don't see why you're arguing. It's not gonna change anything.
Besides, she just took on the lead and lead in other modes anyways. What's really all that different now? Well,
Either way, the power's in your hands now, Laura. What do you decide to do if it's up to you? We'll gather you all here again tomorrow so your wonderful new warden can make her first condition decision. Best to get her on her good side before then. Good luck.
oh, this is such bullshit.
I mean,
What could really be worse? I guess it really depends on what the conditions are. Rest assured, I'll try my best not to abuse this. At the end of the day, our collective survival is my main priority.
Oh, shut up. You're just gonna use it to save your own skin, Laura. I see right through you.
this just feels unfair.
Well, I'm certain she won't use the handcuffs or locking her rooms. At the end of the day, regardless what you think of her, I'm sure she understands how much abusing this power would put her own life in jeopardy. I'm more than aware. But in actuality, I believe this motive could help our survival. I'm not sure I follow. If Fu is correct in asserting that all previous escape routes and plans were going to be fruitless, then it's not worth continuing to pursue us. Instead of trying to find an escape route before someone kills, we should focus on making sure no one kills in the first place. I mean, yeah, duh. And this position grants me all necessary tools to minimize the chance of killing someone in the first place. If all works out, we should be able to maintain our survival until a rescue party comes.
It's been a few months. I don't think anyone's coming to see you to us.
I'd rather wait and then see I'd rather wait and see than have anyone else die. And how do exactly you plan on preventing that without going crazy control freak on us? Cause there's a real fine line here. Too much control and someone's bound to snap on you eventually. That's a risk I'm willing to take. At the end of the day, I want to prevent any more casualties above all else. If that means further tarnishing my reputation or making controversial choices where necessary, then so be it. I'm
I'm not so certain. Well, let me lay down a few ground rules. I do not wish to abuse the power I've been given, but I will be following the guidelines. But I will if any of the following guidelines are broken. Do you hear yourself? Please wait until I've said what I wish to enforce. I'm sure many of these you all unanimously agree with. First and foremost, if anyone is caught being unnecessarily violent towards another prisoner or planning to kill, they'll be quarantined and locked in their cell. Well, I think that's fair enough. Secondly, I'll be going through people's individual cells to remove anything potentially harmful. Like what? Anything that can be used as a weapon. Toxic substances, not counting medication. Unnecessary things such as hair dye.
What? That's bullshit. How is someone gonna kill for hair dye?
Elias, I think you'll live if your roots grow out.
Well, I don't personally use hair dye. My hair is just naturally black.
So, do you just bleach your eyebrows ginger, or...
Fuck you, it's not ginger, it's amber brown.
I think we really have bigger priorities right now. Finally, anyone who actively goes against a group and hinders our survival in any way will be quarantined or face a non-harmful punishment. Is that fair? That's pretty vague. I'm just trying to cover my bases here.
I prefer we hammer exactly out what you mean by now, by sooner than later, and you agree to it and end up using that later down the line.
We can further clarify. Yeah, nah, we're cooked. We're cooked this chapter, Loki. We're cooked. I'm sorry, like... Laura's supposed to go through character development, now she's getting worse. Now she's getting worse. It's not fair. Even if you despise me, know that I'm not putting these rules in place for the sake of punishing or hindering anyone's freedoms. I just cannot have another death in my hands. Also, since I can presumably now touch the showers and kitchens again, I shall provide for Chatel in terms of food, showering, and supplying her daily dosage. Let me just check on one something else. Alright, hold on. Alright, that gets rid of the white bar at the top of the screen. That's nice.
Oh, we're back on this bullshit again.
Like it or not, she cannot afford to keep going on how she is here. If we are staying for the long term, I'll gradually reduce her dosage and wean her off them. That's the safest approach we could take, as we decided before. Yeah, sure, whatever. Just don't randomly take off on me whenever I break one of your rules or whatever.
Lie, you can't seriously be agreeing to this.
Right now, I need to be as steady as I can be. I'd really prefer if it wasn't her helping me here, but I need to get off them. Huh.
You said that last time as well, but those withdrawal systems. No one can blame you for getting back into the regular uses after Laura got corrupt. I really feel like this is the sort of thing you should sort out after the game.
I wasn't aware she fully relapsed until I stopped monitoring her. Well, we didn't have to let everyone know that, but fuck me, I guess. Elias, Chatel, I think it would be best if you two stay in separate cells for the foreseeable future. What the hell? I cannot monitor both of you while you're alone, and I cannot control what Elias gets access to. Right now, we cannot risk Chatel relapsing again, especially with how infrequently the message storage is getting restocked. Her current level of consumption is not sustainable. That's the reality here.
I don't care. That's no good reason to separate us now, is it, Doctor?
Right. Like, sure, whatever, to the other stuff, but this feels a little excessive. You're both grown adults. Sure, you could just sleep on your own just fine.
It's just complete bullshit. I mean, hey, if you're so upset about it, feel free to test your luck. Just don't blame me if it ends up poorly. That's your loss.
Now, I'm going to quickly survey everyone's cells and confiscate anything potentially harmful. If something vital is missing, please inform me privately later. Once again, please know I'm doing this all for our safety. Yeah, right, more like to protect herself.
She's dying this chapter, bro. There's no way she isn't. Like, this might be the first character to kill someone and then immediately die after. Not in an execution sense. More like, I got away with murder, but at what cost? At least she's being fairly sensible about it. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Give her one bad day and she'll go on a power trip, I'm telling you. I just don't know why they didn't pick someone who actually deserves it. Someone who the audience has decided they don't deserve to be here, like me and Austin. If you'd recall, I'm also worthy. Plus, she's taking away my goddamn hair dye. I thought your hair was all natural. I mean, Lies hair dye. Yeah. Girl, you're not fooling anyone. Be so for real. Either way, let's just see how things go for now. It's probably best we all stick together and keep touching base through all of this. Yeah, absolutely. Last thing we need to be doing right now is be divided. I'm happy to collaborate, but I'm not exactly all that keen on playing house. Don't worry, no one was gonna invite you anyway. Zeke. Right, yeah, collaboration, friendship, and all that shit. We should probably get back to the cells. I trust Dr. Elenius not to do anything unreasonable about what she takes, but it might be good to oversee just in case. Right, yeah, good idea. We'll all meet up okay later, right? Oh? Oh? Like, you, me, and y'all? Oh? Y'all? Oh? Not you, Gramps. Hey, come on, I'm not that old. I'm only 40. I won't give details because a certain someone is here, but trust me, I've got our own plan to deal with this motive. We'll be alright no matter what, even if she does get controlling or paranoid. Which, hopefully she won't. But it's better to be safe than sorry, eh? Certainly. We'll catch you later. Take care until then. Lai, Zeke, come on, let's grab a bite and head back to the cells. Aye, Captain. Do we have any favors? Sorry for the weird cut. I just realized that talking to these guys are a bunch of bums. So, actually, no, hold on. I just realized. I can be schizophrenic. Asuka, can I? Shh, come on, follow me. Trying to make too much noise. Still don't know we had to invite him of all people. Zeke, I told you, we all need to be in this together if we're gonna get through this. She's right, you know. I know. I just don't want to cap off my day already with shitty charity work. What exactly is the charity work in this scenario? Dealing with you and Sam, duh. What exactly do you need me for? It's pretty late. Oh, right. Let me explain. Even if Alora is doing anything malicious yet, it doesn't seem like things are gonna always be that way. You know, what it's like with people in power. They get a taste of authority and they just can't stop exploiting it. Yeah, genuinely, bro, this sounds so wrong, bro. Zeke is running too bad on you. Bro. And if she's smart about this, she'll try to keep us divided to make sure we don't feel like we don't have enough support or manpower to go against her. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Every day we should have secret meetings at night, one she doesn't know about and she can interfere with or listen to. That way we'll always have a space to talk and plan if things go south. This all feels a bit too much for a hypothetical. I think she's genuinely trying to help right now. Well, it's good to be diligent, just in case. Yeah, isn't it Asuka's entire crime? If I'm going down, y'all going down with me? I don't want to be a part of this, Shinku. Bow out. Bow out. Please, bow out.
My best guess is knowing that she's secretly not gonna be overly cautious against around Asuka. I reckon she knows Asuka in particular isn't exactly her biggest fan. I mean, she can not exactly blame them for that. True, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna be paranoid that Asuka is playing something against her. We should keep an eye on how she treats Asuka in particular, I guess, just in case. Yeah, genuinely, bro, like, we're doing Alora so dirty before she dies. We're doing her so dirty. We're doing her so dirty. I'm also a little apprehensive about her controlling your dosage again. That's something that she can just easily exploit down the line. We can cross that barrier when we get there. Well, it's best to preemptively have a plan just in case whenever the situation becomes dire, is it not? I guess so, but if we don't start immediately assuming the worst, it's gonna make us all more paranoid and irrational ourselves. We should only really act if she does start slip. I could have sworn the text has changed. We should have only really acted if she does start slipping to these behaviors. I get that, but we should still be prepared, you know? Besides, if you already have someone in your life on your hands, it might make it easier to do for a second. The fuck? I'm sorry, can I help you? Sorry, weird to see a whole group of you in here. I barely get any of you coming in, let alone a whole privates party worth of ultimates. What the hell do you want? Do ya? Listen, we'll leave in a second, just sorry for disturbing you or whatever. We really need time here for a few minutes. Whatever, it's not my business. I couldn't care less about what you all do. If we're gonna host these daily check-in meetings, we've got to find a more secure location. The hallway's too far exposed. I'm trying to think of more secluded areas. Maybe the medicine storage or the library. Like the bathroom work? No one goes that far in the common room at night. Precisely, even walking back from anywhere far to a field, it would be seen as suspicious. I guess the labs are close enough to the cells, but if Laura's gonna be anywhere outside her cell tonight, it's gonna be there. And the canteen itself is way too exposed. I mean, could we postpone or hold off the meetings until she does something noteworthy? No way. We gotta catch on to every little thing. At the first sign of trouble, we gotta be on the same page about how we're gonna deal with it. If you need a place to meet every night, you're free to use my office. Huh? What? Wait, are you really sure? You won't snitch? To a fool? Or the doctor? No way, that's super undocked. Frick. I don't know. This feels like a trap. Take it or leave it, it's your choice. If you want to risk getting locked up, then that's not my problem. I'm fine with you being in here, just don't be too loud and we won't have issues. I'm uncertain about this. Anyone who trusts someone like her would undoubtedly be a fool. Don't you know? I am a fool. Is this tough? Guys, is this tough? You've got yourself a deal, I mean. Don't tell me that. Already got it, Amelia. I promise we won't be too loud. Yeah, whatever. Go figure. Always something with Asu. I don't know how they do it. I don't know either, but I'm not gonna bitch about it if it means we gotta get a place to meet each night. So we'll assemble here again tomorrow? Mm-hmm. Same time, same place. How can we be... She won't. I'm sure of it. It's just a hunch. And you know that because... Call it intuition. You're way too trusting for your own good. Yeah, isn't this the same person who was like, get away with charity fraud. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. Gotta give it to her, though. If you ever give anyone a chance, you'll end up alone. I feel like this is a bit of a different situation. Tomato. stranger and the person keeping us here in a hostage in the death game? What's really the difference at the end of the day? I don't know if you're trying to be supportive here or not, Lyra. You're so convinced I'm gonna snitch. No one is forcing you to have them here. You can all fuck off and get caught somewhere else for all I care. Wow, she's charming, isn't she? Let's just give it a chance. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But trust me on this one, alright guys? Alright, I trust you. Same here. I guess we don't have much of a choice. Fine. Alright, see you guys again tomorrow. We can get through this easy peasy if we're in it together. Just you wait. So, do I press the enter key or... Nope, just black screen. The Curious Case of Laura and Linnaeus, Tape 2. Please make your case for the jury. Oh.
I've always done what I thought was best. Ever since I was a child. I've always tried to be sensible and mature. Even when I was doing horrible things, I always believed it was for the greater good. I may have made errors in the past, but I need to rectify them. I need to take this final chance to do what's right. I cannot afford to be immature or irrational right now. I cannot be childish. Of course, faster than most. I had to. I had no other choice. Even if we cannot find an escape, I will keep people alive. I will keep everyone here safe. Even if they hate me in the process.
Just like her?
It's not... No. I learned from that. That's why... It's why I made that choice. I didn't want to prolong his suffering. I didn't want to make the same mistake again.
But was that really your choice to make?
I thought I knew best. I thought... Who am I kidding? I can't justify this. In the end, my mistake was never keeping them alive or ending their suffering.
Then what was it, Alora? What was it?
I made those choices for them. I never stopped to consider what they wanted just because I assumed I knew best. Because if I didn't know best, then what even am I? I'm meant to be mature. I'm meant to know best. I'm meant to know what's correct in every situation! If I didn't, then I'm no better than...
How childish. How childish.
I'm sorry.
How childish.
Don't give up on me. I'll try harder. I'll do it right this time. I won't make any more mistakes. Please, don't lose faith in me.
How childish.
I'm good. I promise. I'm good. I'm not a failure. I'm not. I can't be.
Then what are you?
I don't know.
Take out your earpiece. Take out your earpiece, Laura.
I can't.
You really are no better than a child. How can I smell the burning from the canteen all the way over here? Canteen's pretty far, man. I specifically told you. Hey, it's Takasi! I miss him. I specifically told you to cook it on medium low. If you had it on high, it's not already burnt. God damn it, it's not burnt, it's just crispy! I don't know why you asked me to make breakfast anyways. Couldn't you have done it yourself with all your special murderer privileges or whatever? Alas, as one of the worthy prisoners, it's imperative that you learn how to actively provide and cater to those who cannot access the kitchen supplies. Well, right now you can access them just fine. Only person who can't is Lai, and she usually skips breakfast. You could have done this on your phone. Do you really think anyone would have trusted food from me alone at this stage? And who's to blame for that? Well, hold on. Good morning. Kutsuki, good morning. Me and Elias were just preparing breakfast for everyone. Wow, it smells... well done. It could be better, I know. But I thought we'd offer everyone together. But I thought we could offer everyone something as a thanks for gathering here this morning. And now we know who beside that suicide pack Steven is. We don't gotta worry about breakfast as being tainted, I guess. I'm guessing you want everyone present when you pick more of a motive condition each day? Correct. I know people do not want to particularly trust me right now, so I thought it would be good to enjoy everyone's inputs. I feel there'll be a lot more ease with my worded position that way. You can't blame him though. You can't seriously make as many breakfasts as you like. Be as open as you like and be going to this with all sorts of good intentions. It's not gonna erase what you did. I know. But I couldn't live myself if I didn't do that right now. I don't think anyone can fault you for that. Thank you, Kitsuki. I'm surprised Zeke agreed to it. Yeah, well, I can't say I'm all that happy about it. Huh? What is... We'll talk about it later. Now, Elias, let's get all plated for whenever the others arrive. Yeah, whatever.
Aw, look at you all. You're like a terrible dysfunctional family gathered for dinner when you're all sitting like this.
Sorry if you kept you waiting. We thought it might take you a bit long to get here. Usually you're not all this organized.
I just want to be well informed on the decisions Laura was making. Rest assured, I did my best to take everyone's thoughts into account while making my decision. So, what are the choices today?
Well, I don't know if you noticed it or not, but it's been quite a bit since we restocked the merchant storage for any of you.
Aw, heck's not, bro. This is our first decision?
I did notice. Usually restock them weekly, but things have been dwindling kind of bit. Well, much like the government decided to... We've decided that both those things are luxuries in the prison, and we've decided to suspend restocks indefinitely until the next murder. That's some BS, and you know what's...
Well, you weren't exactly saying that when Host Peak was slipping you rocks on the table, will ya?
Say shit like that again to her and I'll give you a reason to get another gold suit, asshole.
So, what's the choice here? Oh, food! The freak! Alora? What? No. Let's have some democracy. No. Alora! Oh my god, we're deteriorating.
On average, we can survive a few weeks. I have faith we can stretch out our current food supplies long enough for us to find and create a sustainable way to produce more food with our current resources. How confident are you on that? Completely. What if everyone agrees to collaborate here? If these types of conditions, or especially if this follows the pattern the previous modes did, and the increase in severity no longer to persist.
I'm just not gonna do free labor. If you want me to do that shit, then blame me.
Zeke, if there's a trying to follow your pride right now, it's now. We've all got to be in this together. Precisely, but of course, this will only work if everyone complies here. So with that in mind, the medicine storage is my final decision.
Yeah, no, that is actually concerning. She just reverted back, bro. It's like, yeah, I low-key murdered someone, and I'm aware that all y'all hate me, but like,
The leader still. Just gonna do what I gotta do. Alright, but if you really disagree with something, then I think we should be allowed to choose something else. We'll see that on a case-by-case basis. Ultimately, I am the dictator here.
oh my god, bro. Nah, that's crazy.
Oh, don't make a fuss about this. It's not the end of the world. We can learn how to use a washing machine together, I'm sure. It should be easy to figure out. Do both y'all not know how to use a washing machine? I mean, I don't really know how to use one. I'll be real. You don't know how to use one already? And me and Kutsuki will be in the courtyard trying to see what we can do with the vegetable patches. If all goes to plan, we should be able to hopefully turn it all into a consistent, sustainable source of food. Sounds good by me. My dad had a bit of a green thumb, so if I'm going to be able to help out with anything, it's probably going to be gardening.
Yeah, whatever. Just be careful not to damage the other plants there.
We'll try our hardest. Now, does anyone have any objections to that? Are those pairings going to be alright for today? I reckon she was playing it safe with the pairings. She probably felt like I was the safest pair with herself. I'd likely result in a few objections. Very well. We'll reconvene in just 2 hours to discuss what we found. Kutsugi, let's go to the courtyard.
Right, of course. How is Ismene still alive, dude? She's kind of tied to us, man. It's like plot, you know? If she died this chapter, I mean, that would be pretty damn sad. And Shinku's probably gonna get a lot of character development, but I mean, you know, Alora's gonna die. We all know that, right?
I had no reason to distrust her currently. She hadn't done anything wrong to warrant everyone's suspicions of.
Y'all are probably getting deja vu from the previous video, where I'm just constantly tired from all this yawning.
So I feel like I was slightly betraying her by not informing her of the midnight meetings. But even if the others were,
Yeah, Loki, like, the rebound on this, that is scary, bro. Take out the earpiece. Just take it out.
well, here we are. You really were taking charge back there, weren't you? Of course. Is there a problem with that? No, I was just a little bit surprised. It's been a while since I've seen you like this. There's too much at stake right now. I have to do what I can to prolong our survival. If that means detaching myself, then that just means I have to do what I have to do. It's nothing more I haven't done before.
Was it really a good thing when you did that to them in the past? We've got some lettuce, carrots, potatoes, and wheat. The wheat seems ready to harvest, but we'll have to grind it before we can do anything with it. The other three seem a little undergrown. The patches are full of weeds, but I feel like that with a little support, they'll be able to grow properly. Katsuki, come help me pull out these weeds. Right, of course. Is everything alright, Katsuki? Yeah, it's just, well... How do you know which ones are sprouts and which ones are the weeds? I thought you did a lot of I thought you said you did a lot of gardening with your father? Well, yes, but he was at a community garden, so much of his beds are practically perfect. I don't think I ever saw a weed whenever it came to help out. Sounds like he was dedicated. I envy it, really. It's good to be invested in something so close to nature. You can't really hurt anyone by doing any gardening. You're just giving back to the earth and to take what it gives you in return. It's nice and mean. Feels like simple work. Uncomplicated, therapeutic. I see where you're coming from. I'm sure there's a lot that goes into it, but you don't really have to consider the other perspective of anyone else when you finish the garden. It's just you and the earth. I think that must be freeing. I envied Mint's town a lot. Well, his situation was a little more complicated. He did medical work to work with his town as well, no? As soon as you involve other people in their health, things get complicated. You would know that, wouldn't you? It was wrong in work, honestly. Having to arbitrarily assign value to lives, to decide whose suffering was justifiable in order to potentially save more people in the future. Perhaps that's why I was able to stay so level-headed during the hostage motive. There's nothing I could do. And maybe that's why, in turn, I struggled too much with truth and dare. Honestly, bro, her truths were like so flaccid, bro. Like literally the first day it was, oh yeah, I have a massive doll collection and I spent like 10 million yen on it. Second one, I have a twin sister that I'm keeping in the basement. What? It's hard to make choices when it comes to yourself, huh? Especially when you haven't made too many of those choices in the past. So, do you have any clue which of these are weeds and which of these are sprouts? Well, I was sort of hoping you'd know. I mean, we could always just try to infer. I don't want to risk damaging the sprouts we may have after I cut out all of our food supplies. For such long-term survival, I'd rather have already existing crops to start with than germinate new seeds.
You kids are You kids are hopeless, huh?
Ah? Can we help you, Wayne?
All this theoretical garbage. You guys can write and talk about things all you like, but what good is it when you lack all that sort of practical skills? Yeah, let me get you a lesson.
I'll have to decline. I don't particularly trust you.
Why not? I'm an honest man, aren't I? Totally wasn't lying to you about being the mastermind behind this entire time for the last 2 chapters now, wasn't I? Come on, I'm a good salesman.
You have quite literally admitted to working with the people who are behind us.
I see. Just the issue with your generation. You get so hung up on the smallest things. Can't you just agree to disagree here? You kids are always so dramatic.
I think we're being completely reasonable in maintaining our distance from you. I don't want any further. I do not want your antics further impacting our survival.
You really think I'd let you totally starve to death? What kind of show would that be? The viewers would be sure to find out far too dull. After a certain point, when things get too dramatic, you'd probably lose people. It's basic show running.
I don't know, cannibalism is pretty popular these days. Maybe people would find that interesting. Katsuki, please do not give them ideas.
Well, if I was gonna cut off your food options completely, I'd do it after you've already put in all the work to try to maintain them. I think that'd be a lot more compelling. Really push you to your breaking points. Yeah, let me help. I just want to make sure you don't totally botch it. That'd be embarrassing.
Do you really think anything you say will convince us here?
Say, I tell you what.
I'll be sure to eat with all of you. Put myself on the same level as you for a bit that way. If I mess up the food supply, I'm not gonna be eating good either.
Why on earth would you do that?
I like to have myself as good of an idea as possible about how my participants are faring. It's exactly how I put myself in the game in the first place, subjecting myself to all the previous motives. Of course, I wouldn't actually put myself in any real danger, but if I knew the part where you were all going through then I needed to step in and ramp up a situation and make things feel worse, you feel?
Well, if he's gonna be eating with us, then we may as well just let him help a bit. It'll sabotage him, but I guess as well as he sabotage us. Oh no, I'm not willing to take that risk here. Well, do we have any other choice? Surely one of the others would know about how to differentiate weeds from crops. Well, Asuka was always traveling, so I don't think they have much gardening experience. This Minnie doesn't know how most household tasks, and I don't think gardening would be any exception. Lyra is an addict. She definitely wouldn't be a gardener. Our best bet. Nah.
Let me give you this bit of help. Come on.
Alright.
Perfect. Let me show you how it's done.
And if you want to get the tomatoes and grapes to start germinating again, you might want to stick some supports in them. Real cheap and easy to make. Just some sticks and string. Otherwise, they won't be able to handle their own weight and snap in no time.
The more crops we have growing, the better. It would be good to get a wider variety of them anyway.
I'm just surprised neither of you kids knew how to do any of this. Did your parents seriously teach you nothing?
It wasn't ever particularly relevant to what I was going to go into. They preferred my focus to be elsewhere.
Same here. I knew from a pretty young age I wanted to be a writer, so I usually spent my time too cooped up indoors to really help my dad with his garden.
I pity you kids. Really. These days, every parent has fallen over themselves to try to get their kids a talent that they'll pigeonhole them into something they've decided they liked when they were a child, and turn a blind eye if their kid wants to do anything else.
It's more effective than trying to force a child to master a variety of subjects. It means they'll be a lot more proficient at whichever career they do pursue, even if they fail to get an ultimate.
But it means they'll be totally incompetent at anything else. What a sad society, where someone else can decide for you what you're gonna be, and you're just stuck there.
Well, you were an ultimate too. They decided you were going to be a salesman, and that clearly worked out for you.
Nah, I chose that for myself. Growing up, I mainly did farming. We were stuck in some dead-end rural village where you farmed because that was really the only opportunity around. My old lady wanted to be a singer, you know, but she was told there was no chance. It was safer to just stay in the same sorry life her parents had, of farming and living hand to mouth on the poverty line. But I could tell she always resented it. She gave me the option of farming, sure, but she always told me there was more to life. We weren't just stuck in poverty. That if I had something I wanted to do, then I should do it, no matter what it took to get there.
No matter the cost?
I don't think she ever imagined the price I'd have to pay. But I got there. Even if I slightly cheated myself up there, I think I deserve a damn shortcut after struggling for so long. But I just found myself surrounded by people who had no real idea of what life was actually like. It was funny, really. It was about the time I was in Hope's Peak that they started to place more focus on Ultimates running more welfare and charity programs. And I had all these idiots around me who had no idea what life was actually like. They had no idea what people really needed. They had no idea of anything really outside of their talents. But they were expected to look outside of it and already know. Just because they were arbitrarily decided to be the best of the best in whatever they did.
Well, they must clearly hold some merit if they got a title in the first place.
You kids are good. You make me laugh. Really, you're the stupidest geniuses I've ever met. Makes me a little sad, honestly. But who am I to say anything? That should be the crop sorted. No need to thank me. I'm sure you can make it up to me later.
I don't think that was part of your original proposal.
It's me. You should know by now. Everything comes with a price.
I don't know what else I expected from him.
Well, I'll leave you two crazy kids to it. You've got it from me, yeah. And if you somehow manage to kill them when I've done all the work for you, it's kind of natural selection if you starve at that point. His behavior is a little concerning. I can't seem to get a consistent grasp on him. It's almost like... never mind. Either way, we should keep an eye on him. At least we got the crop sorted out, though. That's something at the very least, isn't it? True, that does grant me a bit of relief. It's a shame, though. How so? When we were all sorting it out and Fu was explaining to us, I kept on getting distracted. All I could... We should probably meet up with the others pretty soon. Ah, sorry, yes. It was weird, really. How quiet the prison was now. Here, we wrote exactly down what we got. If we operate on the assumption that we need around 2,000 calories a day, we can survive for about a week. It's not exactly going to be the most of our well-wanted diet, but it's something. If we cut that down to around at least 150, we should be around to eat around enough to keep our remaining rations longer. I mean, I guess, but that wouldn't really be ideal. I have to think of something and secure a proper ration plan for us all to follow tomorrow. For now, please, can I request that no one take anything from the canteen without reporting it? Just so we can know for sure what we do and don't have. Fine by me. How did you and Chantel tasks go? Find anything noble? Oh yeah, like washing and fine stuff. No worries there. Looked around for food, but there wasn't really much about. Aside from in the gym, the vending machine there had a few snacks and sugary drinks that have yet to be taken out. That sounds promising. Calorie dense at the very least. Well, it give you a bit of a stomach ache though. How was the courtyard? Are the vegetable patches looking okay? You managed to tidy them up pretty well. It might take a bit for things to grow though. The wheat is ready to harvest. It might even be worth to grind something if we can make a flour. Even if we don't have yeast, flour and water alone can make some flatbreads. Sounds like our diet is gonna be real exciting from here on out. Oh, shut up, Zeke. Don't act like you haven't lived on nothing but chicken nuggets and pizza for half your life. It's easy and healthy. What a part about that is healthy? It's tomato sauce. It's a vegetable. This is going to give me a migraine. I just hope we'll be able to at least eat somewhat healthy, even if we don't have many options. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Regardless, thank you all for complying today. I'm glad we were able to get at least a better grasp on the whole situation. So, here's the issue. Protein, carbs, and I forgot the third, like, vital thing you would need in a diet. Protein, carbs, and what else? Fat. Protein, carbs, and fat, right? So, are you gonna have enough protein to actually, like, go in your body? They're probably gonna have enough fat from, like, wheat and stuff like that. But, I mean, carbs. You gotta think about that. I think it's best we keep assigning tasks like that going forward. It helps people get busy and resolve potential issues quickly. Well, it's not like we can exactly say no to them, can we?
You know it's bad whenever not even Esmeen was arguing something Ezekiel was saying. I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Seriously? If you would like to come to the canteen early tomorrow to prepare breakfast, that would be extremely helpful. I'll try my best to sort out the ration plan by then. Have the afternoon off. You did great work today. Thank you. I just want to see. Where is Alara? Alara! It's Fu Wong. Fu Wong. Hi, my name is Fu Wong. Yes, Fu Wong. I call, like... Hold on. Kutsuki. Perhaps you could help me. Huh? I'm currently sorting out the ration plan from here on out. We'll be able to live for quite a while. Whether we'll be comfortable is another question. But would you rather have 1 week of satiation and a month of starvation? Or the same amount of time being a mild level of hunger and dissatisfaction for the entire situation? Both of them don't really sound ideal, but I'd rather go for the first. Really? You'd be fine with prolonged suffering if it meant you were allowed for 1 normal week? We don't tend to last more than 1 week until a motive gets introduced anyways. Well, it'll be different this time, I'm certain. But if you feel that way, it's likely the others feel the same. I should really adjust my plan. And reload. Of course not. These circumstances aren't ideal by any standards. But at the very least, they're survivable. I'm just trying to formulate a way I can get through this that'll be the most comfortable for everybody. I suppose I have to go back on the drawing board. I'll keep thinking. Have a rest of your... Okay! Precisely. I believe that would be better than the alternatives. Ideally, we'll have to get a stage of food production where we can continuously be satiated, but until that point, it's better to be unsatisfied than to starve. If you feel that, it's more likely than the others too, which is relieving. Don't stress too much, I'm sure whatever plan that you have, it'll work out if it's meant to. I suppose I am stressing myself out by thinking in circles. The break might... Sure. On one hand, I couldn't help but pity your circumstances and try to help her. On the other hand, that didn't seem particularly go well the first time. Kutsuki, I do appreciate you wanting to spend time with me. I just wanted to see how you're doing, considering, well, everything. Well, I certainly could be better. I imagine. Getting hit with that verdict on top of everything else must have been difficult to say the least. I suppose it's nothing I didn't expect. I just thought I'd done enough to the people that I know would really just want to help me if more. I know what I did was wrong. It's ethically reprehensible. I'm well aware about that. But I didn't need to be reaffirmed with it like I had to be for Yusuke and Takabuts. It's the audience of the people at the end of the day. Our suffering is really why they're tuning in. Perhaps they're so determined to make a life here bearable. It's exactly why they want to stop me. If you're dwelling on the why. I think if you keep dwelling on why things are the way they are with the audience, you'll drive yourself insane. There isn't really much consistency on how they vote. Yeah, exactly. Like, see what happened to Takiko. Besides, it's not like you're ever gonna get a clear answer, unfortunately. Everything is driving me crazy these days. I'll admit it being more limited in what I can do with what has made me restless, to say the least. Maybe it's a good thing you're not able to do much. I think Fu only made it more obvious that most of your previous plans would most inevitably be leading to dead ends.
You don't need to remind me, Kutsuki.
I'm just saying, after everything that all happened, maybe you do need a little bit of a reflect. Putting too much time on yourself is part of what caused you to.
I cannot possibly stop now.
There really is so much you can do, Laura.
And I will do all of it. And once I've done that, I'll find more to do.
This bitch is crazy.
There's nothing else I can do.
Even if everyone here would accept me once again, even willing to talk to me after what I've done, what's the point of getting attached to anyone again? I thought I'd changed. I could be trusted. I never expected Taka to get so close to me. I tried not to overthink it. I thought I could do it right this time. I thought I could do it all right. But it's not like you made the same mistake again, Dr. Lennies. You clearly learned that.
Oh, Glass.
In the end, it was never really about prolonging someone's suffering for my own personal gain. My real mistake was not listening, assuming I knew best. And you're learning the same thing here now. You're assuming that you know. You're assuming that what's best for yourself and shutting out anyone or anything that might help. Well, at least it's only me that I'll be hurting with the consequences. So please, Kutsuki, do not feel as though you have to placate me. I've made my own choices. I've got no one but to blame but myself for my current position. But I don't want to leave you like this. And I truly did not want to hurt anyone else. Even if I was comfortable properly connecting with anyone again, would they give a second chance aside from you? And I wouldn't want to burden you with the sole responsibility of advocating for me. Your responsibility with the others is tenuous as it is. I don't want to further complicate things for you. I understand that, but that's final, Kutsuki. If you push this away all like this, you're gonna become more reliant on that silly earpiece. You know that. That's fine. I actually like this silly earpiece. Generative AI is a new Look, I'll stop it. And I think the others will find it fine. Well, both them and the audience can't possibly think any worse of me. Everyone knows just how pathetic I am. There's no point in trying to exhaust myself trying to hide it. Right now, I know what I need. I know what I deserve. If that somehow worsens everyone's opinion of me, then so be it. It wasn't ever going to be getting any better anyways. I disagree. If you showed us you were trying to take better steps, then... Oh, that's your opinion. She's regressing, guys! I spent months trying to be sanitized and reasonable as possible. I really did not want to wish making the sacrifices I made outside this game with the game as well. I understood this part was a... Not my best, the worst parts of me still made themselves more clear eventually. Nothing I'd done before this point made up for who I am as a person. I know how I'm perceived now. I cannot possibly recover the image or trust I had in you before fully, no matter how many steps I take. But isn't it better to at least have some of it back? Gain it back steadily? I just don't have the time. I don't know how much longer I have left in my eyes. And in my eyes, there's only one way to begin. I can make up for all the mistakes I made. And what would that be, Laura? Ensuring somehow, despite everything, I'm able to get everyone out here alive. Once again, with your current restrictions, that's literally impossible to do alone. Improbable, but not impossible. I will find a way. That's all I can do. I do not care what I have to do to achieve that. As I said before, my reputation literally, and I mean literally, cannot get any worse. If I'm further ostracized, or if someone ends up resenting me for what I have to do to achieve that, then I'm fine with that. She's so dying this chapter. They're doing the thing where a character just refuses to change. And so, acknowledging the fact that they refuse to change, they'll be like, let's give them a little bit of sympathy, like right before they die. So then Alora is just gonna die. Alright. Serious about that? Absolutely. Is it okay just to let yourself be weak and no one will fault you for it after everything? This feels like you're overcompensating it, please. I cannot possibly overcompensate in this situation. There's just so much to compensate for. But you're not going to change my mind, Kutsuki. The only reason I'm letting you know about this is so you don't exhaust yourself trying to defend me. You are not obligated to ever step in for me. I've accepted what I must do now, and I'm not going to implicate anyone. All of this to say, I believe it's far best that you stay away from me for now. I really can't change your mind here, can I? No, I'm certain of my decision. Do you think Taka would like to see you like this? Stooping to the same lows you helped drag them out so long ago? I hardly see how that's relevant here. I should get back to trying to establish possible avenues to prolong our safety. Do let me know if you need anything, Kutsuki. Let's try to keep it professional from now on. Alone together.
Oi, Sam.
What do you want?
Nothing personal, but you gotta come with me.
Why?
Asa insists on it for some reason. God knows why.
Is anyone else out there?
But yeah, aside from Alice, Chef Fu, and obviously, we're all gathered in the courtyard.
Why?
I spotted a campfire in the courtyard and figured that even if she couldn't touch the kit stuff, she could probably use it to circumvent her corrupt verdict and actually cook something for once. And when Asa heard it, they wanted to make it a whole big thing or whatever. Insisted everyone would come along and we can get better and get along.
Huh.
Can you, make up with Isabel soon? I don't like either of you, but it's pretty annoying having to drag you two around with all your crap alone if you're not sad and alone all the time.
I don't think anything I could do to fix things at this stage.
Well, you could at least give it a try if you ever thought about that. Well, whatever. You coming or not, Sam?
Sure, I'll pop in for a bit. Made my way over to the courtyard where things are already getting gathered. Campfire flicking comfortably. Well, this is a nice surprise. I'm glad you were able to get it all going. It would have been easier if Laura didn't confiscate my lighter. I'm surprised you haven't ran out of lighter fluid. What, Tari? Sorry. I did at one point, but one of the fire hydrants is pumped full of gasoline for some reason, so I put that there and it seems it's fine. It is genuinely a wonder how you're not dead yet.
I started to make some shift flint and steel. Honestly, it was pretty damn impressive.
It's just something I picked up on down the line. Nothing all that special. It was pretty useful when we were down the road. Luckily, now that we found the stuff for it, if we ever need to start a fire again, I'll leave them by the campfire stones. I'm sure it'll be useful somewhere down the line. I'm glad everyone was able to make it. I would feel bad if someone missed out. I don't want to exclude anyone or anything. But since we're here now, I'll take one of these. Well, Alora noticed this is absent from the canteen.
We didn't include it. Thought we can enjoy one last meal before it all goes to crap.
Well, I'd hardly constitute a few marshmallows as a meal.
Take it or leave it, princess. If you don't want it, then it's more for me.
I'll take one. I just thought, the grand scheme of things, even one packet of marshmallows won't matter all that much. Everything was already listed out properly, though. That's good. I'm hoping it will last a while. The lack of restocks is a little concerning. And we can worry about all that stuff later. Right now, I just need to relax and forget about it all. For real? This
prison can just take anything away from us all, but I feel like it can't take away our moments of little peace. I won't let it. No matter how we feel about one another, or how bad things get, it's important that we all give ourselves these moments. If you're all beating yourself up and all the time, it's not gonna do anyone any good, is it? Woo! Let's tuck in. I'm starving. Me too, especially after that dreadful breakfast. Well, I wasn't gonna disagree with Ismene here, but boy, watch it. The bacon isn't gonna be the only thing that's burnt to a crisp if you keep running your mouth like that. WCG?
You know, we should do this again sometime.
I'd be down. I mean, it'll be easier now. We won't have to spend about 2 hours looking for the flint and steel.
Sure.
Y'all,
here
I'm
as well,
pressing the space
but
key with my
I was
toes right
kinda
now.
thinking it would
So if
be
I
nice to
accidentally
do
skip,
this when we're all out of here,
it's fine.
You know?
Are we even going to see each other when we're all out of here?
I hope so. I mean, we're really the only people in the world who can talk to each other about everything that happened here and get it.
Realistically, we'll probably all go our separate ways when we're out of here. If we're not immediately detained by authorities upon our release.
I don't want to think about that too much.
What are all of your plans if we do get out?
Go back to my circus, obviously. I'm guessing they're probably a little stressed without me around.
They're probably happy as hell.
You think you can do that now that your crime is out?
I think so. I mean, I'm worthy at the end of the day.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure how much the verdicts really mean in the real world.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they'll understand. That was always the way we did things back then. They probably already know I did it for our sake. If Takiko's sister is still looking for a place to stay, I might offer her a job at the circus too. Who knows if she'd accept it, but I'd feel bad if I didn't do anything.
We are
I at
really
least
all
owe
horrible
Takiko
people.
that much after everything. But I'd like to tour around, probably outside of Japan. I feel like I'd be less likely to get recognized elsewhere. I don't want to cause any trouble for my troop mates.
Where do you think you'd like to go?
Belgium, maybe. There's some people I'd like to see that live there.
Do you speak French?
A little, but I could be a lot stronger.
If you need somewhere to tour, America is always an option. If you're ever in the States, let me know. I'd like to touch base with you after all this.
Are you gonna go back to the US and keep performing?
I mean, that's the obvious choice. And I mean, I'm damn good at it. It's not like my reputation is gonna be ran completely through the mud after this. My crime isn't even a crime, is it?
Yeah, well, we're not sure about that.
But, I don't know. I'm tired. I guess I'd just kind of like to take a bit of a hiatus from being watched.
God knows we all need some time off camera.
Maybe I'd do a self-improvement year or some shit. Fix my diet, go to the gym more frequently. Grow my own vegetables and herbs and shit. Maybe reach out to an old friend or two. Make things right there.
Are you planning on laying off the partying?
I guess so. It all feels superficial as shit now. I guess being trapped in here for so long makes crowded, busy, dark places seem pretty fucking unappealing. I just want to live better than I was before. Really appreciate the world we're in. Not like cities or tourist traps or any of that shit. I want to see like National Geographic stuff or whatever.
I've always wanted to see some of the mountains in the US. It's just such a big country. Everything must be so vast.
Well, hey, once again, if you're over here, you can take a tour. You're invited too, Lai.
I'm not so sure. There's like bugs and bears and shit.
Oh, don't tell me you're scared of some pussy-ass bugs. You can pack bug spray, you know.
Aren't you the one who got Mint to remove a spider from your cell as a test of courage?
There's no shot.
Hey! Don't bring that up when Isabel and Sam are here! Jesus.
Well, what are your plans when you get out?
Me? I don't know. I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
You don't have anything you want to do?
Well, I guess it could be nice to travel, go on a road trip or something. See all sorts of sights, swim in all sorts of places, just sort of be alone with my thoughts for a bit.
Isn't she kind of homeless?
Knowing you, you'd go insane being stuck with your thoughts for that long.
Probably. But it would be nice to go somewhere rural and stargaze or some shit. The city lights always obscure them a bit. I'd like to see the real deal.
Alright. Just know, you're stuck with me. And I'm not gonna let you go off and be some crazy stargazing nomad for the rest of your life. Whether you like it or not, we're sticking together once this is all over. I'm not letting you go that easy.
Jeez, clingy much?
Lyra is gonna be killing Alora.
I'm serious, Lai.
I don't know. Being a crazy stargazing nomad completely cut off from the rest of the world doesn't sound all that bad. Probably easier than how I was living before. I think I'll do just that for a bit.
And after all that?
Who knows? I just kind of want to find something that makes me happy.
Isn't that what we all want to find out at the end of the day?
You know, if it's stars you want to see, the views out from where I'm from can be pretty decent.
And if I ever travel stateside, we can all meet up again and look at them together. One of my troopmates knows a whole bunch of constellations. I could show you the ones I know.
Hell yeah! Sounds like a plan and a half to me.
Maybe after a while. I always wanted to study astrophysics as a kid, so I'll probably look into that. I think I just need to travel solo for a bit, figure out what I want.
Well, when you find it, let's meet under Cassiopeia.
Cassio, what?
It's one of the brightest constellations out there, made out of some of the most luminous stars we know. I'm pretty sure it's visible from Texas. I don't know. I'm just repeating what one of my circus mates told me. They used to go on about stars for hours. Good times. Even if it meant I lost a whole lot of sleep listening to them ramble.
You've got a lot of people out there waiting for you to come back, huh?
Yeah. I miss them a bunch, honestly. But I always remember them going on and on about Cassiopeia. 'Cause it's so bright, it's easy to see from practically anywhere. It kinda looks like a W. Or a wave, or squiggle, or something. I'm sure you've seen it before.
It's meant to be a throne.
Hmm?
It's named after the mother of Andromeda. According to mythology, she was placed in the sky for her vanity. She thought her daughters were more beautiful than the Nereids. Now she is forced to cling to her throne, trying not to fall off as she is wheeled around the North Celestial Pole. It always struck me how long she hung on to it for. She was willing to die on the hill of her beliefs.
What about you, Princess? What exactly do you want to do when you get out?
I'll just continue life like I always have.
Even after everything? I don't know if that would exactly be the best for you.
Well, what else am I meant to do? And what do you even know about my life? How could you possibly know what's best?
I didn't mean...
I knew what my life was going to look like before this. It was ideal. Everything was going exactly to plan. If I want the life I've always wanted, this shouldn't derail it. I want to just be able to get out of here and continue as before. Forget all of this happened and return to my normal, perfect life.
Do you think that would make you happy?
Of course. Why wouldn't it?
I think I'd like to go to Tokyo after I leave.
With all the protests going on there right now, are you crazy?
I'd like to go to the Skytree. I never went when I enrolled in Hope's Peak.
You could do anything in the world. And that's what you want to do?
I want to see how big everything is compared to me. I want to see how small I am in the grand scheme of things. I think that would make me feel better.
You're a bit of a weirdo, you know.
Either way, I think no matter what happens, the future will work out for us. We'll find a way, I'm sure. To the future, however we decide to live it.
Oh, hello. I didn't expect you all to be here. Are y'all having fun without me? Well, that's about what I expected. Look, I'm not going to tell you how to feel. If you despise or distrust me, you have all the more reason to. But regardless of how you feel about me, I really hope we can all be sensible about this. I do not wish any harm upon you, truthfully. I want to do everything I can here. I do not want to cause issues. I just want to keep us alive as long as possible. Didn't think that before, though, did you? Just, please, do not see me as your enemy. I'm not. I do nothing with the intention of harming any of you. But there are choices I have to make to ensure everyone's safety then. I will, and you resent me for all you'd like for that to happen. That's all I need to say. I'll leave you to your gathering. Just make sure you attend dinner. I almost sorted out the ration plan. Have a good afternoon. Making choices for others. That's all she seemed to do. Maybe that's why she was picked to be the warden. Yeah, y'all are gonna die, bro. I'm sorry, y'all are dying. Oh my god, there's so much free time. There's gotta be a favor by now. There's gotta be. Chat, let's make a deal. And by chat, I mean whoever watching this, like the 1 or 2 viewers who are making this past this point, because I mean, attention span's pretty low. But I'm just not gonna read it out loud. Y'all can just read along with me mentally. Well, it's as I said. I'm going to get some rest. I'm not even gonna worry about the free time events. They're meaningless. Meaningless, I say. Completely and utterly meaningless. Yep. I don't like how she's bearing us up. I don't know if he knows or not, but I feel like she's trying to split apart anyone she might view as being a potential problematic together. It's fine with me. I have no issues working with Lyra. Yeah, not to brag, but we're pretty much the dream team. But like, it's one thing to, take charge of your dosage or whatever again. Like, sure, I don't like, sure, fine, I don't like it, but at least it's for your sake. But it's another thing to let you not sleep in my cell anymore. It's really pissing me off. It's like she's trying to punish me. I low-key forgot what Zeke's voice sounded like, and I'm not even gonna hold you. Why should she keep doing that? She's got nothing in particular against you. She's probably just jealous that I got rightfully worthy and she didn't. And she didn't. She's taking it out on me and punching me just to knock me down like a peg. That's it! I don't think any of us particularly care about the votes anymore. Oh, that is rich coming from you. I think you're being a little bit too harsh on her. She said over and over that she clearly does want to help. Well, saying a bunch of words is one thing, but at the end of the day, your actions speak far, far louder than your words. Was I gonna give up the irony of us against? Yeah, exactly, bro. This is just so hypocritical, bro. Well, she hasn't really taken any overly controlling actions, has she? But she has. Huh? What happened? This morning, when she pulled me out by myself to help her get breakfast, I told her to look, I wasn't gonna do anything before she asked. And before she was like, detached like she always is. But with that clinical politeness, that always pissed me off just a bit. But when I made it clear I wasn't coming after her, but she randomly just switched up. She became more firm, like she couldn't afford for me not to come. It was kind of freaky. And that stupid firm authoritarian tone, she said. It'll be very easy to misplace Chattel's pills for today. Yo! I'd advise you to be more mature about this. What? That's... And she almost surprised me about how much it freaked me out. Like, what the hell did you want me to say? That's a little concerning. A little? It could take one withdrawal for me to die. She didn't actually mean particularly anything bad when she's already coming out with that, and I don't like being used like that. My life isn't a bargaining chip. I'm not just leverage. I'm my own person. What the heck? Are you surprised? She spent her whole night weighing people's values against one another. Of course she's not going to stop now. Doctors are all like her. You give them a certificate and suddenly they think they're all above everyone else. Because everyone can save their lives, they're so legally certified to play God. Your dad was a doctor? Yeah, he was the ultimate surgeon or whatever. Excuse me for action, but why on earth did you just... What the fuck? I don't want to get into it. All I can do is say that if you got his how, you can get away with pretty much anything. There's no reason for 06 to be an exception. Well, forgive me for thinking I'd be any different, that she'd learn anything. Jesus Christ. Did anyone experience anything like that? Shinku, you were paired up with her today, and did anything bad happen? No, I didn't have anything like that happen to me. Of course she wouldn't treat you like that way. You're the only person who still licks her acid watch boost. Ezekiel. You give her far too much patience than she deserves. But it's nothing more for you, is it? You didn't tell her about these meetings, did you? I didn't. I just... What Zeke brought up is concerning, yes, but at this stage, I feel like it's... What if Zeke is lying? I just want to point it out. What if Zeke is lying? Now, I know it's not very likely, but what if he's lying? Let's see how things turn out before we decide to do anything drastic, alright? Her intentions are clearly no good. I suppose we'll have to see what tomorrow will bring. We should probably get going. It's probably too late. Oh, wait, before we go. Emilia, this is for you. What's this? Just a little thanks for letting us use the office as our meeting spot. Plus, a little preemptive apology for if we're too loud. You were roasting these earlier, right? So on to cameras. Yeah, that's kind of what you do with marshmallows and me. I wouldn't know. Never had them. What a sad life you've lived if you haven't had any marshmallows, huh? What a sad life you've lived where you have to get people to kill themselves to make you feel like a man. Holy shit. My dad didn't like me having too much sugar, and I never really thought about how to try that when I ran away. Even now, a lot of sweet stuff tastes a little overwhelming. I guess I'm not all that used to it or some shit like that. That's why I haven't had one. The cupboards were full of sugary garbage when we first arrived. Did you think not to try to have them? What was that? I'm not allowed to leave this room. I just eat what's in the staff room, which is limited, but it keeps you alive, okay? Happy? Good enough explanation? What the? Let's just stop talking. Jesus, this is about me. So, it's good. See
see? I thought it'd be your thing. Feel free to keep the rest of them. I think the rest of us are pretty marshmallowed out from the campfire earlier. Shut up, Asuka. Yeah, sure. Aren't you guys meant to be gone already? Oh, right, yeah. We're leaving now. Very well. See you all in the morning. Wait. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anytime. Okay, yeah, whatever. I just don't care. Get out. Is it Fu Wong? Wait, who? Oh, shoot. Now that's interesting. It's one thing to see so many of you together these days. Coming out of that room of all places, that's something else. Who the hell are you? It's him, the janitor. It's him. The one Jakku looked for? I do have a name, you know. I'm not gonna tell you it, but I do have one. Can we call you Janny? Absolutely not. What's your problem? What in God's name are you all doing in there? I don't think it's any of your business, bucko. Oh, please don't tell me you're getting that wretched anti-ultimate parasite of all pity people. She's the last person who deserves that. How come she can't leave that room? Why are you asking me? She's higher up in jurisdiction than I am, wise. I have no idea. But I know you wouldn't be concerned even if I knew. There's no point in helping someone out like her. It doesn't matter how thoughtful you are with her. She'll always hate you. Because you're all ultimates, in case you've forgotten. Dude, who cares about this point? It's about life and death. At this point, I'm far beyond caring about any stupid ultimate politics. I just want the people I care about to still alive. That takes admitting the system is kind of shitty, then I do it in a heartbeat. Everyone knows it sucks anyways, let's pretend we done it. It's easy for a legitimate sellout like you to say that. You never really had any talent. They just wanted to shut you up. But the rest of you, come on, seriously? Grow up. These people hate you. They want to suffer and kill each other. They won't stop until all of you are dead or suffering in some kind of capacity. I'll just send out their little precious little message. Don't let their insistence... Oh. Don't let their insistence make you're awful, make you really forget who you are. Make you turn away from the fact that you're all ultimates. You're all special. You're chosen by the top of society itself to be everyone's hope, to fix things, to make life better. It's due to ultimates like us, primed and trained by those figureheads, that our system is as strong as it is. We're what keep this society together, help maintain the status quo. But what's the point if the status quo gets so many people hurt, keeps failing people? It's clearly not working if so many people are unhappy with ultimates. I don't know why you care so much. You all benefit from this. Why would you want to support someone who embodies this movement as much as you want to strip away that happiness? The system will never fail you. It'll do nothing but help you. Do you really want to stop receiving those benefits? It's not about that, is it? Don't get me wrong. I don't understand those anti-ultimate fools one bit. Not personally. I enjoy my talent because it's a recognition of my merit. It's a proof of my academic achievements. At the end of the day, everyone aims to hold their title for as long as they possibly can for the sake of their legacy, do you not? To prove their absolute mastery in the field? Oh please, don't act like such a pride thing. You can act noble all you want in public, but let's not act like part of you won't keep this title. Keep your title because of the benefits. No one can fault you for that. It's normal to want wealth. I do not want to know what life is without it. And you don't want to find out what it is if you don't listen to anything about a stupid child warden has to say. But I wouldn't care care one bit if Host Speaks reduced my funding. It's never been about that to me. Surely it's been the same for everybody else. I really asked Lyra. Being an ultimate is about status. Absolute proof of that is your talent, your success and hard work. Having such recognition is more valuable than anyone's stipend. So it's hardly a crime to be ultimate, is it? To be proud of one's success? Secure in it? Of course not.
then why do we simply... What is the point of all of this? I mean, yeah, I get it. This is the whole point. And also, I just realized this is not Ionic. Now, Ionic has never sounded like this. Anyways. Because who on earth would want to be an ultimate? It'd be worthless. But being an ultimate is a good thing. I'm tired of reading. It's been these two just like yapping to each other this entire time. I was told ultimates were the pinnacle of society and the pillars that hold it together. We help people. So why on earth are so many people angry that they've been pushed into doing this? Normal people, not just jealous underachievers. Why should I feel guilty for being in a position I worked so hard to get into in the first place? Because I always thought about getting to that point. Getting ultimate. I thought that would make everyone the happiest they could ever be. But Takiko, her talent, it just made her miserable, didn't it? I don't get it. It was meant to help her. Why didn't it? What went wrong? Am I going to go wrong somewhere? Or am I just missing something? Am I hurting people somehow? I don't understand. You're not. For God's sake, don't let them get to your head. See? This is the issue of someone giving someone a warning pity. She puts all these confusing ideas in your head, starts making you think you don't deserve what you got. Don't listen to her if you know what's good for you. I don't think we should be listening to you either. Well, you don't have to in a moment. What's that supposed to... Ah! Dragging 5 of you back is gonna be pain. Get more. I better get more than a 3-minute break after this. There's no way he just 5v1 does, bro. Buddy clutched a 1v5. Oh.
I'm certainly not the one behind it. I have no reason to do it. I'm happy with my life. I wouldn't change a thing.
Are you happy?
I'm happy.
Are you?
I'm happy.
Liar.
I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Is that such a crime? Can't you see that? I've got a perfect career. I've got a perfect reputation. I've got a fiance. I'm well respected, and my life turned out exactly how it was meant to. I've got everything I could ever want. My life is perfect. This should be far more than enough.
Then why are you so lonely?
Because I want to be alone. Being connected with others, depending on others, trusting others. It's never worked out for me in the past. Nobody stays for me. Nobody cares about me. Nobody would be willing to step up and stand up for me half as much as I would for them. At the end of the day, everyone's just dealing with me. Dealing with me because I'm smart. Because that's what makes me valuable. I don't want to fool myself into thinking someone cares just to be left again. People always let me down when it matters most. Or suddenly decide they hate me without even telling me what I've done wrong in the first place. It doesn't make sense to me. I hate it. It's too much for me. So I'm happier on my own.
Are you?
I don't want to depend on anyone. I don't want to get hurt again. I don't want to get shattered again. I hate Shinku. I hate Dracul for doing what he did. I hate Dakota for abandoning me. I hate Molly. And I hate Mint.
What did Mint do?
I hate that stupid, shameless girl. And everyone else in this prison who are just able to go on with their days and not be miserable. I hate my classmates. My fiancé. I hate Anthony. No matter who it is, it doesn't matter. They never stay. They never understand me. All my connections end in me getting hurt. Or I just end up hurting them. I push them into things. I act harshly because I falsely believe I know right. I have no right to be close to anyone after what I pushed Molly into doing. Or Or after dumping all those strays in Takiko's cell just to maintain my own ego. I need to be perfect and clean all of the time. I cannot let silly interpersonal drama or emotions impede on that. Make me messy and irrational. My pride makes me disgusting. I shouldn't be around others. I'm too different, I'm too wrong, I'll never handle these things how I should, so what's the point of even trying? I can hardly make sense of myself, let alone others. Quite frankly, it's silly to think anything will be any different if I try again. I'll be alone for the rest of my life. I'd rather be lonely than have to deal with the pain of trying to understand people. Of being left again. It just makes sense to live life like this. It's logical. It's the smart choice.
What a smart girl.
But even knowing that's the logical way to live life, the way that'll hurt me the least, I don't want to be alone. I hate everything that comes with connecting with others, with how weak it makes me, with how irrational it makes me. But I can't stand being alone anymore. I hate it. I hate it so much. Why do I feel like this? Why can't I just shut myself off from others forever? Maybe don't deserve to have anyone stay with me. It's stupid. It's so imbecilic. Why do I want to keep getting hurt? Why do I want others close despite everything?
You're scared.
I'm not!
You're scared of hurting them.
Can you blame me? It's all I seem to do. There's something deeply wrong with me. I know it. I just know it. Everyone just acts like I'm normal. But I'm nothing like anyone else. No one else makes sense to me. I hate the unspoken formalities, the subtleties. Why can't people just tell me what they think? I'd much rather take brutal honesty than the awful paranoia of not knowing what I've done wrong. I just want to be like everyone else.
Then you have to kill her.
I can't.
Why not?
Because if I'm not exceptional, if I don't at least have my intellect and knowledge to make up for everything else that's deeply wrong with me, to justify keeping me around, then I'm worthless.
And who decided that? Okay, so at this point in the recording, yes, this is me from the future. I got pretty tired, you know, you guys couldn't hear me yawning that much in the clip, alright, like, not even gonna hold you, I was feeling pretty tired, so I just decided to call it quits and, you know, just get some shut-eye. So, yeah, that will be future me and past me saying goodbye for right now, and I will be catching you all later. Goodbye, and good riddance.